June 2nd, 2021. So unfortunately, my first attempt at making my journal live today crashed, and so I'm gonna have to go and do it again and just do a quick recap. So we were trading right here at these highs at the 67 and trying to break above this range and into this previous area from way back from 2018. And so I got to the charts at about 5 a.m. Not a whole lot going on at all. We were trading in this real tight range, and we were in here, right in this range here, trading inside of yesterday's value, inside range, inside value, and right around this supply area here. So my expectation was to be able to kind of come into, we had already, by the time I got to the charts, we had tested into that supply one time here, and then I was looking to see what happens once we tested higher into this supply one more time. And right around the open is when I was expecting us to break that overnight high as well. So I wanted to get long into the overnight high if possible, if I could find a setup. And I did try right around 7, and unfortunately I got taken out for a 5-tick loss, and I'm going to go back and see. Didn't have a real solid strategy on how I was going to manage my risk, so I tried to just manage it around that 10-tick area. I wanted to be, I mean, really the whole pre-market I sat around for about 2 hours. You can see how grindy and how sideways the market was. Not a whole lot of opportunity, no volatility, but every time we came into that supply area, we would just kind of get smacked down. So I got in right around here. We can see on my results here at about 7:01 right at there, and I took an 8-tick loss at 68.40. So we hadn't broken this high yet here, and we flushed down. We didn't really break these lows, put in this volume here, and at that point we pushed down. It looked like we were going to do a quick reversal. So I entered right around here, and we were under this area above this volume. Then we did actually put in another bit of volume here, but just the way that it looked in my context read, we were likely to break that overnight high. So I got taken out here just for an 8-tick loss. I didn't put my stop below here, and unfortunately, I mean, that would have been much better. But being where I was at, that was 11, 12, so I wanted to keep it to under 10 for no real reason, and then came up to break this up to the 53. So being at 40, not a real great target anyway. If I would have wanted to be around that round number, so likely this very well could have been even if I did put my stop below here, it would have been a break-even trade anyway. And then after we put in this large volume, my expectation was that we were going to take out that, or not take out, but putting in that large volume there, it seemed that we were likely to move lower coming into that, just this supply area again. And that's when I caught this trade right here, and I grabbed that at 7:08, and that's right here. So we put in this large volume, this large compression as well, took out all of these highs, came down, and I entered at 40 right here. So expectation, I didn't, the highs were here, so my initial stop was here, so that was pretty wide, but then we also had this large amount of volume here. So pushed up, trigger was here on this bar, and I grabbed it right around here at 40, and then pretty quickly we just slammed down. And target, I had a target of, we had this untested area here, which this was slightly tested, this demand area here at 14, so I was watching this pretty closely. Being that it was tested, I was hoping that we would get down all the way into the 68 round number, so that was my ultimate target. But once we got down into this 14 area, we started putting in some large buying came in. That's where we can see this. So I was managing this real tight. Wanted to manage this with some kind of stop above here, and that was right around the 20 area. So that when I was already up about 20 here, I had locked this in, and I was taken out on this pushback up into this area. So nice trade, definitely a nice trade to take a plus 20, and never. Eventually we did after we chopped around for a little while, and we came down to that 68 round number, and then actually pushed it down even further into this 91, which is, we can see this area, which I had marked as well. So after that, we put in these lows here, kind of weak lows here. Didn't really like the look of this, but once we came above this, back up into this area, tested these highs, I was looking to get long, but didn't really have anything real valid. This started to fail this area here, but then we just imbalanced hard up through this and then took out these highs into this untested supply. So really not much I can do here. And then came up, took out the highs again. So the liquidity here has already been taken out. So, and as we imbalanced down through this, I was trying to get short here and didn't get my fill. I had, after this, I think this bar here, I tried to short 45 and it just never came back. And my target here was to get down to this untested bar high at 27. So that would have been around another 20 tick winner. So other than that, I was so tired today after playing cards. I played cards fairly late. I had a disastrous, really big losing session yesterday, which is, happens every once in a while. It was a bigger 5-10 game, $2,500 I lost last night, but happens every once in a while, but not real upset about it. It's not a big deal. It's part of the game. It happens. I didn't play well, and I lost the majority of my money in two hands. I just ran into some other really big hands and played poorly and wasn't being patient. So it's okay. That's how it goes. It's a learning experience, but I was happy with myself the way that I came back with a better attitude. Usually in the past, when I had such a bad night like that, I would come back, I'd be real dejected and depressed, and it would affect me for a long time. And this time it just didn't. It's just, I was able to shake it off, rolled off my back pretty easily. And so I'm happy with that. I know that it's just part of the game. It's part of my process. If I can lose $2,500 in one night and not even have it affect my life whatsoever, I'm doing things right, and the money means nothing. It's just part of the game, and I will be back and winning bigger than ever soon. So trading's going well. So second day of live trading, very happy with another winning day. It's not great, plus 12. It's not quite where I want to be, but it's all right. Just traded I don't feel like there were a whole lot of opportunities in the market today, and being that I wasn't sharp, I was literally sitting through this area and looking for opportunities through here and nodding off. I would nod off and kind of pop back up and say, oh man, should I grab this? And I thought that was a kind of a recipe to get into some trading that I shouldn't have been in. So overall, very happy with how things are going. I can't wait to, once I have consistency, similar to I was on demo, which seems like that's to be the case. It's already going pretty well, and obviously 2 days is not a significant sample, but I'm feeling very comfortable. I'm not having any issues executing. I'm not hesitating. I'm identifying opportunities, and if they're there, I'm taking them, and that's exactly what I need to be doing. So my vision for myself is to get to that minimum 10 lot trading size, and that will get me to in the short term where I'd like to be. But longer term, I have bigger plans also. I want to really do trade some large size and put up some big numbers and see what I can do. And hopefully as I grow more comfortable and am executing better, my win rate, my context read and my feel for the market will get better, and that will get better as well. So I know that's where I need to be, not taking a ton of trades and trading a little higher win rate, and that'll come with time. So opportunity awaits. Yeah, pretty excited.